What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video, and we're going over 7 reasons why Shane McMahon needs to become the WWE champion. Yes, you heard that correctly. Today's video will highlight why Shane needs to beat Kofi Kingston in 2019. According to breaking news from the most trusted news source on Twitter, Sliced Wrestling, has reported that Shane McMahon is expected to defeat Kofi Kingston and become the WWE champion very, very soon. He's so reliable. Every other YouTuber is talking about this groundbreaking report. Personally, I think this is a great idea, especially since the ratings are down, and what better way to bring them back up than to have Mr. Shane O'Mac as the champion. He will bring back the prestige once and for all. I'm going to go ahead and say that Shane will be a better champion than Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton. The only person he cannot top is probably Jinder. Jinder Mahal's run was certainly iconic, and we will not hinder the Jinder. At the end of the day, I hope we see this long-awaited push for Shane. Let's get right on the list with number 7, the best in the world. We need to first talk about how Shane is literally the best in the world. We've heard Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, and CM Punk claim to be the best, but they never had anything to really prove it. Shane McMahon is literally the best in the world thanks to the world-renowned Best in the World World Cup tournament, whatever that thing was that was held in Saudi Arabia. The competition was top-notch. Shane wasn't even prepared to wrestle at the show, if you remember. He had an impromptu match with Dolph effing Ziggler. Imagine not having the proper time to scout and get ready for one of the biggest matches in your life against one of the greatest of all time. Well, it was no problem for Shane McMahon because he is an absolute legend and won that match with ease. The Miz tried to claim that he was 2/3 best in the world, but let's be real, Shane is the only reason they won that meaningful tournament. Going forward, whenever people talk about Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins being the best in the world right now, please put an end to those comments and put some respect on Shane's name. Number 6, he defeated The Miz. Okay, listen to this logic. The Miz is a decorated champion in the WWE. In fact, he's a former IC champion, US champion, and most importantly, a former WWE champion who even defeated John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania 27. That shows you that The Miz is a really good wrestler. Of course, it would be very difficult to defeat someone with that much superstardom, am I right? Well, Shane was able to defeat The Miz not once, no, more than that, not twice, definitely more than twice, not 4 times, we're not going to go to 4, that's a little too much, but a whopping 3 times. This only proves that Shane McMahon is very much capable of defeating the current champion Kofi Kingston, and I'm pretty sure The Miz defeated Kofi Kingston. So, with this logic, I believe since Kofi Kingston lost to The Miz and The Miz lost to Shane McMahon would easily defeat Kofi Kingston. Also, if The Miz does believe that he is 2/3 best in the world, then Shane McMahon beating him only means that those 2/3 transferred over to Shane, making him 3/3, which is a whole best in the world, a full best in the world. It gets a little complicated, but it really makes a lot of sense if you're in my mind. Number 5, he defeated Roman Reigns. Not only did Shane McMahon defeat The Miz 3 times, but he was able to defeat the mother flippin' guy, the man, the big dog, Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel Part 2. Beating The Miz was pretty cool, but beating Roman Reigns ultimately makes him the GOAT. Roman Reigns defeated Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Triple H, and John Cena. In essence, since Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns, he practically would win in matches with all of those guys. Those are some future Hall of Famers, and it's crazy to think that Shane McMahon is better than each and every one of them. Also, Roman Reigns won the Universal and WWE Championship, so it's very possible that after he defeats Kofi Kingston to become the WWE Champion, we may very well see Shane McMahon defeating Seth Rollins, becoming the undisputed champion, which is holding the Universal and the WWE Championship, which could be iconic and legendary. It could honestly be the greatest moment in wrestling history. Today I am announcing my first ever mystery giveaway, and what this is that every single video, well, I mean not every single video, once a week I will be including a giveaway at some random point in the period. It could be in the beginning, it could be in the middle, it could be in the ending. You will never know. You have to watch throughout the entire video. So make sure you do tune in for the entire length of the video. And basically for this first video, we are giving away a free WWE shirt. Any shirt you'd like. If you want a Shane McMahon shirt because he's a GOAT, you could get that. All you have to do is comment below your favorite wrestler or whatever shirt you want. All right, just leave a like, comment below, and subscribe, and I'm gonna just find some random person and pick them and then give it to them. That is it. Let's get right back in the video. Number 4, he has the greatest faction around him. We've seen legendary factions such as D-Generation X, Evolution, The Shield, NWO, and so many more. Unfortunately, none of these factions can even touch or come close to the greatest faction that Shane McMahon has been building. First, you have the brains and the leader and the operations of the group, Shane McMahon. We already know how good he is. Then, you have the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. With that nickname, you can tell that he is a force to be reckoned with. Would he be better off by himself dominating the entire main roster because he's really good in the ring and has really good mic skills? No! He is in a great position following Shane McMahon around and doing whatever he wants him to do. You know, being a bitch for someone is pretty good. Finally, the last member of this iconic group of men is Elias. He is perfect for singing and hyping up the group. Whenever they get down or they get sad, you know he's there to just play his guitar and make sure that the group is happy. They are all future world champions and have been underappreciated from the entire WWE universe. That's why I'm happy that they formed. Now, they work together to beat up everyone who doesn't give them respect. The respect that they damn well deserve. In 20 years, we will look back at this stable and all say to ourselves that we witnessed history. And honestly, I cannot wait to tell my grandkids about this moment because it's truly great. Number 3, the best pure striker. Can we just take a second to look at this video of Shane McMahon throwing punches? As you can see in the video, he is a dangerous man with these strikes. If he wanted to, if he really tried, he could knock out any wrestler within a minute. Instead, he wants to entertain the fans and make sure they enjoy a good old wrestling match. People always make fun of his punches on Twitter, and I think it's mainly due to the fact that they are jealous of how quick and deadly they are. Shane took judo or something like that, I don't know, to become this good. Obviously, he had some sort of talent, but this was mostly hard work in those judo halls. Every single day training his ass off to make sure he can become one of the greatest. When he took time off in like 2010, he was doing this all the time and just working on perfecting his craft, and now in 2019, he is in his prime of his career. That is hard work paying off. Number 2, Vince McMahon's genes. It's no secret that Vince McMahon's son is Shane McMahon. Literally, Shane McMahon came from Vince McMahon's ball. That's how it works, guys. This only means that Shane McMahon should win the WWE title even more. Vince is a genius. Vince is a legend. Vince is the greatest of all time. The fact that Shane McMahon has genes from Vince means that he is worthy of holding that title even more. In a way, Vince will win that title too since he has the same blood as Shane McMahon. And I can see a great storyline where they are co-champions and they run wild on the main roster. That would literally be the greatest duo in wrestling history. It would just make the faction even better, and this is so good. This is good stuff I'm coming up with. Hopefully WWE Creative takes it and actually makes it happen. And number 1, he is the next face of the company and he's waited his time. Finally, we need to all talk about how Shane McMahon is a perfect up-and-comer who has waited his time. Forget Velveteen Dream. That video that I made is totally wrong. It's Shane McMahon. He's been wrestling since the Attitude Era against guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kurt Angle. However, he was never able to capture the title because those guys took over the spotlight. Then, in 2003, he got in a feud with Kane and he attempted to entertain the crowd so much that they loved him. And this man even had Kane electrocute his balls in order to give them what they wanted. Time after time, he came up short and never received the push that he truly deserved. After 25 years, I believe he is finally ready to take the throne of the next face of the company. There is no one who deserves it more. There is no one better, and there is no one better looking. That is why Shane McMahon needs to become the next WWE champion next week on SmackDown Live, because I don't even want to wait. I can't wait. The excitement is killing me. Let's make it happen. That is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Valon Pllana, and I'll see you all in the next video.